Okay, we're going to do a little bit of painting. TARDIS blue, Pantone color 2955C. You can get it through Home Depot, which is Bear's Paint Color Sailboat Blue. So we're going to paint, I'm going to brush off the outside and we're going to paint it. And there you have it. First coat on the outside. And we'll go back through, fill up all the holidays, get the police boxes installed, painted, and then start working on the roof. Alright, so we're going to start making the police box signs that go around the top. And what I have here is some plexiglass that I have cut down to a 5-foot width by 2'8". And I have covered one side of it with regular masking tape. And then I printed out a couple things here. One, this is going to be the basis for the police call box sign. And then I printed out the lettering for the police box sign at the tops. And I printed it in reverse. And so what I'm going to do is put this over here, and then I'm going to take my X-Acto blade and I'm going to cut out these letters, pull up the masking tape that I don't want, only leaving the masking tape where I actually have letters. And then I'm going to spray the back side of this with black plastic spray paint so that we black everything out but where the letters are. And then when I peel the tape off, the letters will be clear, and then I will spray frost over the back of that. So when you flip this over, it will look right, which is why I have the letters printed backwards. So because I'm actually cutting the tape out on the back side of what the sign will be. And I'm doing this so that the weather doesn't affect the spray paint. So I'm going to paint that. So I will make 4 of those. This here we'll get to later, but essentially what we're going to do is cut this out, laminate it to a piece of masonite, coat it really good with a waterproof clear coat, and then that will go on the outside of the box. Okay, so what I have is that label that I printed out back with the letters backwards, taped to the back side of my plexiglass, all taped up. Now what I'm doing is I'm actually using my window as a light box. So I'll take my X-Acto blade, I will cut out these letters, peel off the tape, and that will leave with a mask for the letters, and then when I paint the back side of this black, it will come out looking right. Okay, so now as you can see, the letters are now cut out. I will spray paint the back of this black and then pull the tape off where the letters are. Okay, today we are going to make the police box signs that go up here. And we're making that out of 1x6. And what I've done is I've measured so that it comes halfway between this rail here on the corner post. And then I have to scribe out this pattern here, and plus an extra 3/4 of an inch, and it will sit up on top. I'll make 8 of these, top and bottom, and then I'm going to cut the thickness out of some scrap lumber, frame out the boxes. There's a couple of more details we'll get into in a little bit. Okay, so here I am up on a ladder, looking at this, and so I'm going to have this will overlap. I will cut out this profile up here and here, and then when this sits in, I'll screw it into the top of this, and then I'll have my spacers that'll give me my total height of 6 inches. Okay, you can see now that I've cut out that profile on each end. I will repeat this for the entire 8 pieces required to do the tops and the bottoms of the police box. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rip a groove 3/4 of an inch in that will accept the plexiglass that says police public call box. And that'll be on the front side. So this is the front side, this is the back side. And the reason why I want to do this is because I'm going to paint this front 3/4 of an inch and the outside of this with the TARDIS blue paint. And the inside I'm going to paint white to help it reflect light. So as I build this up, I'll have a little filler piece, a little riser that'll go here, a little spacer, and another spacer that comes across the front, the opening, the slot for the plexiglass. There'll be a top and a bottom. I'll even put a couple little spacers here in the back. And then this is all going to get nailed. The spacers and the bottom will get nailed together with the pneumatic nailer. The top I'm actually going to screw on from the top. The reason why I want to do that is in case I need to replace the plexiglass, or I'm going to be putting some fluorescent light fixtures in here to backlight the signs. So when I need to replace those bulbs or whatever, I have access to it. So you want to think these things through as you're building it. Think about maintenance and how all this is going to work. Okay, you can see, sorry, I got the compressor running in the back, but you can see I ripped my groove on my plexiglass, and I'm going to back paint this plexiglass with window frost paint. And then behind this will sit the fluorescent light, which will light it up. Okay, now you can see I've started to cut the uprights here, and I've test fit my police sign in there to make sure it sits. And then what happens is the other side of it will sit on top in the groove with another spacer, with some more spacers and stuff, and this will get screwed onto the top, and there's our police box. Okay, as you can see, we're starting to put the police boxes on. Once I get these up, I will paint them, let them dry, then I will drop the plexiglass in, put the tops on, then we can move on to the windows. Alright, so I've got all the police boxes put on, the lids are on, I'm going to screw them down, I'm going to back paint the words police public call box with frost paint so that it will glow when the box is all lit up. Next step is I'm going to paint the entire interior white, and then I'm going to make the window frames here, 8 of them. They're 1/2-inch frames, although the outer frame itself is going to be 1 inch with a 1/2-inch overlap to the inside. They're going to be painted blue and attached with the plexiglass. And that's how it will give some depth to the windows.